There is only one thing most important that remember, and is not to forget. So that's my point of view. As Ferruccio De Bortoli, president of the Shoah Memorial Foundation, said, memory is the cultural vaccine that makes us immune to the bacteria of anti-Semitism and racism. And I totally agree with these words. In this moment, more than ever in Europe, while racism, hate, ignorance and anti-Semitism are rising again all over Europe. I started it 3 years ago, so I got in contact with the Shoah Association in Milan. I had the opportunity and the pleasure to document the last speech for LILIANA SEGRE. Every one of these last living survivors has been very committed to having lessons with young people, to tell their stories. I also took a piece of pie after a talk with him that morning. It was a pleasure because we talked for a long time of the darkest side of his life, but after just a few minutes we were laughing and eating together, celebrating daily life. It's Piero speaking now. They put 64 of us in a wagon. It was an hallucinating journey. Everyone was crying. The cries of the children could be heard from outside. We arrived inside the concentration camp. From the cracks we could see the SS with sticks and dogs. We got out. They beat us. They divided us. We formed two lines. I went in search of my brothers, of my mother. We did not understand, but she did. She blessed, hugged me and said, "Go." I never saw her again. My father, meanwhile, was on his way to the gas chamber with my grandfather. He turned, looked at me, greeted me, raised his arm. In the camp, Terracina befriended another young Italian deputy, SAMI Modiano, from Rhodes, in Greece, only 2 years younger than him. Remembered by Modiano as a true, deep, fraternal friendship. Let them struggle for life together, so one could help the other. So they managed together to stay alive. So their friendship stayed together, both of them. One day, after Piero Terracina started to testify his experience in the 80s, Sami was watching the TV, so he recognized him. And they got in contact again a very long time after their last days together. It was an emotional feeling for them. I would have loved to take a picture of Sami and Piero together, but it wasn't possible because Piero passed away and I met Sami just a few months later, so I never saw them together. He said, "We wonder what will happen to the memory of Shoah when the last survivor will disappear. His children will be here to continue to testify." And this is the motto of the Son of Shoah Association in Milan. So it's not about being a son of a survivor, it is a matter of humanity, I think, of empathy. I would like also to bring the memory of Piero in Israel, because it was an intimate desire of him one day to share his memory with the relatives and Israel people. I hope after the COVID emergency I could be able to meet the last living survivors, speak with them, hear them and taking pictures to complete as much as I can this little part of my little project. It's just a drop in the ocean, but I feel like it's important the same.